Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I made a video a couple days ago and I started it off with saying welcome to my planet. And I thought, oh my god, how embarrassing. But, it would have been funny if I posted it, but I'm just telling you guys now. We're all really on our own planets, really, and we just kind of converge in the universe. So, not too far off. But I want to communicate this abstract concept, right? Spirituality is an abstract concept. You can't see it in your reality. It's not dense. You can't see it sitting right in front of you. And I'm gonna try and use the best words that I can. But I find and by the way, when I make spiritual videos, I don't view this stuff like this all the time, right? It's hard to do, and it's not really, I don't know, I haven't found a possible way to do it, but when I do, I'll let you know. But if I need to go get a different perspective on something or heal something, this is what I do. I step out of the ego mind. And a lot of what we've been trying to understand our world, we've been trying to understand it through the brain and through the mind, and we're not actually the body, we're not actually the mind, we are something much bigger and something much better. So something I find interesting in the spiritual community, in the new age community, is past lives, right? And this if you are one of these people, this might not apply to you, right? But I'm just using this as an example, right? So in the new age community, in the spiritual community, whenever you go, a lot of people speak online about their past lives, and everyone is like, I'm Cleopatra, the Queen of Sheba, I was in Atlantis, I was in Lemuria, all of what might which be completely true, right? But I've never seen anyone, and I would love to see this video because it would actually speak a lot to what that person learned. I think sometimes you can learn more, you can learn as much from a quote unquote bad experience as you can from a quote unquote good experience. But I've never seen anyone get online and be like, yeah, I was an axe murderer. And this is what I learned from it. You never. And is it possible, just throwing this concept out, is it possible to be all of these good things, right? Like, is it possible, and the good is also from the ego mind, right? That's a perception. But is it possible that you were always the hero and never the villain? Is that really possible, right? And when we look from a spiritual perspective, of a really high perspective, if everything just is, does the hero, does the villain, does the victim really exist? Or is everything just light? Are we just light, And the ego hates that. The ego hates that because the ego wants to say, I was victimized. I was murdered. I was on the receiving end of abuse. And so therefore I'm the victim and I need a hero, right? And I am the hero. But nobody I see is owning the villain or identifying with the villain. And that's what spirituality is really is about, is realizing that you were never the label. You were never any of those things. Actually, you're just a spirit inside that incarnated into a physical reality that is having an experience, right? And so that's what it is. And I think that spirituality and I'll talk about Jesus too. What was he saying that was so controversial? Because the more that I delve deep into spirituality, I'm like, wow, if I went online and said that, people would be up in arms. People would be really, really upset. But that's how you transform or transcend density, is by detaching from labels, right? So we have, and the truth is in the truther community, and what we've manifested in the truther community specifically. I'll talk about that community, but it's reflective of the entire world. It's reflective of everybody's experience, because everybody incarnated wanting to wanting to experience themselves, basically, wanting to experience the truth about themselves, right? And so what we've done in 2020 in the spiritual community is we've had, or in the truther community, we've had tons of people, right? Me, the audience, all of you guys, other quote unquote truthers, which is just a label, by the way. What does that really mean? I have no idea. But what we've done is we've all made the intention, I want the truth about my reality. I want to know the truth about the universe, right? The universe and the reality around me. I want to know the truth about the government. I want to know the truth about so-and-so. I want to know the truth, the truth, the truth. And so what we've all been saying to the universe, what we've all been saying to ourselves, because basically we are the entire universe. When you say, I want to understand the truth about the universe, you are the universe. So what you're saying is, I want to understand the truth about myself. And so when we speak about the truth, we are talking about ourselves. When we speak about the truth about the universe, we are talking about ourselves. Can be a hard concept to understand, but this is basically what we've all manifested, and why it looks different for other people, right? And so what is the truth about who we are? What is the truth about ourselves? The truth is that we are just light. We are everything. We are the entire universe, right? And so that's really what everyone's looking for. And what's so fascinating is that the whole mask thing, right? This is when someone's living in a very dense place, right? So maybe you were the axe murderer, and maybe you were the villain. You have a lot of layers. You've chosen to put a lot of layers on yourself, right? To protect who you think you are. But really you're just light. But you put a lot of layers on. So you've gathered more density and you've become more dense, right? Versus someone who chooses not to wear a mask. They choose to be the authentic version of themselves, which is just basically who they are, and they've just decided to be, right? And actually that goes for not only if you chose to be the villain, if you chose to be the victim, if you chose to be the hero as well. That's all a mask, and that's all density. That's a dense layer, and it's something that you've chosen to wear to protect yourself from who you think you are. It's out of fear. But what if who you actually are is just light? What a relief to know you are actually none of those things. You are just you, right? And so this is the truth. This is the truth about who we are actually, you know? So we've done a lot of things, you know. You have producers who believe they couldn't make it as an actor, so they decided to be a producer. You have an actor who didn't think they could make it as who they are, so they decided to be an actor. You have a victim who became very afraid and decided that, what if I did something to deserve this, and so I need to put on a mask and continue to protect myself. There's many different layers, right, that we're all transforming and transcending in the truther community, but it's actually reflective of the entire universe and what's going on right now. And so maybe in the truther community and the spiritual community and the UFO community, it's not that you were more awake than other people around you, right? Because that's also an illusion. Maybe you just decided that you are going to awaken at a different pace, or you're going to peel layers off at a different place. And so this is what you've manifested. So anyways, I love you guys, and I'll be back with more videos.